Hi, Grandma Debbie here. So today for dinner we're going to make Hungarian goulash. I'm getting it out of this cookbook, my Betty Crocker cookbook, and I think it's going to be delicious. It's been a rainy day all day long here and kind of chilly, so I think this is the perfect meal to warm us up tonight. I will be serving it over these wide egg noodles. But you can also serve it over rice, mashed potatoes, whatever you would like to. But that's what I'm going to serve it with. So, all right, so let's get started. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we need to cut up our onion. So it calls for a whole onion, but I'm just going to use this. And you're going to cut it up into strips or sliced. You can use whatever kind of onion you happen to have. If you don't have a white onion. Okay, all right, so we got this sliced up. Now we're going to move over to the other side of the oven, or to the kitchen. I don't even know what I'm talking about. And we're going to get started on everything else. Let's go. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I've got some shortening melting, and I'm going to add my onions. Let me wash my hands real quick. After playing around with onions, we're going to add our, oops, I forgot garlic. We're going to add maybe if I can get the lid off. Excuse me. We're going to add a teaspoon of garlic. And then we're going to add our beef, our ground beef, or our stew meat. Now we get our stew meat in bulk from Costco, so that's why it's in this bag. All right, let's get this let's stir this up a little bit. Turn it down a little bit. And we're just going to cook this until the meat is brown, and then we're going to add the rest of the ingredients. I'm going to get a hot pad. Okay, so while this is cooking, I'm going to go get the rest of the ingredients ready to go. Okay, so this has been cooking really nicely. It's getting all brown. It's looking really good. Okay, So now what we're going to add is we're going to add in 1.5 cups water, 3/4 cup of ketchup, 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, some salt and paprika. So I've mixed up some of it already in a cup. So I could add it. Okay, I now need to add the paprika, and I'm adding 2 teaspoons of paprika. And I'm going to add in 2 teaspoons of salt as well. And then it calls for dry mustard. However, I have mustard seeds, which you could use. Just gives it a more tangier taste. Or I have Dijon mustard. So I'm just going to dump some Dijon mustard in here. Okay, then I'm going to mix this up. You can also add a dash of cayenne pepper if you want to at this point. I am not going to add it. Okay, so we're going to bring this to, we're going to heat to boiling. Then we're going to reduce it and let it simmer. So I'm going to crank it up just a little bit. And while that is starting to go into boiling, I'm going to clean my mess. Okay, looks like it's starting to boil a little bit. And you're going to let this simmer for about 2 hours until the stew meat is nice and tender and juicy. Okay, so it's starting to boil. So I'm going to turn it down and I'm going to put the lid on and we're going to let it simmer for 2 hours. So I am going to set a timer. And I will bring you back in 2 hours. Okay, so I'm starting the water for the noodles. So I've got that going. And this is looking really good. It's been simmering away. We still have about a half hour more to go, but I think it's almost done. But it's smelling really good. My house smells amazing. So okay, so I just discovered that my mic had died. And so I'm just going to tell you what I was doing. I added 2 tablespoons of flour with a 1/4 cup of water, and I'm making a slurry. And I know that there's a multiple different ways that you can make a slurry. However, this is what the recipe said to do, so that's what I'm doing. And I'm turning down the burner, and I'm going to be adding in the slurry to thicken it up. Okay, so I just realized that my mic died. And so I just kind of want to say, I don't know what you heard, what you didn't hear. I have no idea. So I did 2 tablespoons of flour with a 1/4 cup of water, made a slurry, added it in, and now I'm just kind of stirring up this. I am going to turn it down to low and just let it simmer here. Actually, I may go ahead and just turn it off because it's gotten really thick. But as you can tell, doesn't it look delicious? So my water is starting to boil for my noodles, and we're just going to go from there. So I'm going to put the lid back on and let this continue to cook. And I will bring you back when it's done. So I just want to thank you for coming along with me on this journey. I hope that you're having an amazing day and everything's going great for you. Hit that like, hit the subscribe, and hit the share button. And I will talk to you soon. Thanks and have a great day. Bye.